It's time for boys high school soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Now, let's go to the pitch for live high school soccer.
Bastian Moraga, alongside me is Ed Navarro filling in for Matt Wisen, and this is in the Wenatchee Valley, Ed. This is our River Boca. This is our America Guadalajara.
That's right.
This is our Real Barcelona. There's nothing in soccer quite like a Clásico, is there?
That's what these kids are for. I mean, they're here to play this game. That's definitely they're here to play the game. It's a Clásico, and they want to prove something.
Absolutely. Wenatchee coming off a big win, a big win, and East Wenatchee coming off a very strong season so far. And it's all set for a clash between two strong teams.
Definitely, and the nice thing about these two schools is they know each other for a long time, but they're friends. They're friends outside, but on the field, they're going to be fighting.
They want those bragging rights, don't they?
That's correct.
When they see each other in the supermarket, hey, you know what happened yesterday?
I beat you this time.
That's right, absolutely.
So that's what's going to happen. So it's going to be fun to watch it. I mean, there's a lot of good soccer players, a lot of good talent.
Absolutely. There's a lot of talent in the Wenatchee Valley, and we have some of it here on display in about 20 or so minutes. When we come back, we will have the coaches interview, we will have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCW Live Channel. Don't go away.
Don't go away.
And we're back with the coaches interview for this game between Eastmont and Wenatchee and Eastmont. We don't want to upset anybody. The coaches interview brought to you all season long by Heritage Memorial Chapel. Alongside me is Coach Vidal Hurtado. And Coach, it doesn't get any bigger than this for our little corner of the valley in soccer-wise, no?
Yeah, this is the best game in my opinion, just because student athletes want to play it. There's not much that as a coach you need to say for them to get hyped up. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ed?
And I have Coach Denny Stronson. He's a coach from Wenatchee. Coach, how do you prepare the team for this game?
You try to play the mental side. Both teams are very talented. The match went down to penalty kicks, and you just line up, and whoever's on is probably going to get the W, and it'll come down to maybe a special play by one special player from either team, or it could go back to penalty kicks. I think I've said all along, I think we're the two best teams in the Big Nine, and here we are lining up again for the second time.
Now, Coach, do you agree with that assessment? We're looking at the two best teams in the Big Nine tonight?
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of talent here. So they play hard, and they have the skills. And like I said, this game, there's not much that you need to say to them, and they usually show up. And the last four years has been a proof of that.
Now, Coach Hurtado, this is your first home Clásico as head coach of Eastmont. What does that mean to you?
It's special, but I've been part of the program for 5 years, so I've been alongside the former varsity coach Eric, and he's still with me. So I've been here before, and I'm looking forward to it.
What special instructions do you give to the players for a game like this? Do you sense that the different intensity from the players doing this game than any other game?
Well, it's hard to say. We try to kind of quell some of that and say don't let the game get bigger than itself. Just go out and play your game. If it's good enough on that night, you'll have a chance to get the result. But soccer's brutal. You can outplay a team and it's one shot and you find yourself with a result you didn't want. So I think this is a type of game where it's going to be exciting for the fans, as the last game was and every game we've had in the last 5 or 6 years. It'll be very competitive. You throw the records out. Records mean nothing because it's two quality teams.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach Hurtado for Eastmont. Thank you, Coach Stronson for Wenatchee. When we come back, we will have the keys to the game, the starting lineup, and 40 minutes of top-notch soccer action for you. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away.
For those of you just arriving, the concession.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium in East Wenatchee, Washington. A beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, evening for soccer. And Ed Navarro, looks like everything's ready to witness, well, basically a classic.
That's correct, especially weather. How can you go wrong with this weather? This is a perfect soccer weather.
The folks continue to arrive here at the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. We are playing under artificial lighting at the moment. Well, we will be playing once the game starts. Now the captains are shaking hands near the center circle. We have Wenatchee and a bit of a huddle on the far end of your screen. And in the foreground, we have Eastmont in a circle around Vidal Hurtado, the head coach for the Wildcats.
Coaches are getting them ready for the game.
And also the players are getting themselves ready. You know, sometimes the coaches, like we see Dennis Stronson stepping away from the huddle in the Panthers case, and just the coaches letting his team, letting their team basically just conduct itself. There's a group of seniors that have been through this. They know what to do.
Correct. Yeah, and I believe Wenatchee has several seniors, which this game is very special to them.
It's the last matchup against the arch rivals from across the bridge. And you know, many years ago, I talked to the head coach of, well, now the former head coach of Kashmir football, Phil Sukowski, and he said, playing Cascade, their arch rival, is very special because most of these guys stay in the valley.
Correct.
So they see each other in the supermarket. They work for each other. Sometimes their families marry each other, so they have this game to talk about for 20, 30 years.
That's it. Yes, and not only that, but you know, a lot of these players, even though they're rivals today, but they play together.
In club teams, that's
yes,
right.
in club teams. So
That's right.
they play together, so they know each other. But here, they're ready to prove something.
Absolutely. We're just about ready to start, folks. Rather quickly, let's go to the starting lineups. First, the visiting Wenatchee Panthers, 8-4, 5-4 in league. Number 1, Zach Hurt. Number 3, Orlando Howe. Number 4, Carlos Viramontes. Number 5, Guillermo Calderilla. Number 8, Faris Nasser. Number 9, Luis Navarrete. Number 10, Eric Saldivar. Number 15, Freddy Reinaga. Number 16, Joe Celebrezzi. Number 18, Jacob Slife. Number 23, Hector Solorio. A quick check to make sure that there's 11 on that list. There are. We'll give you the starters for Eastmont in just a little bit. Big absence, Ed Navarro, for Wenatchee is Jose Camarillo, not starting today.
That is correct. Yeah. So that's, yeah. And then Mario also Chirinos. It's not.
That's right. That's right. Flag is up. Let's see what the assistant referee has seen.
He's calling offside. So he was on the offside position and coming into the onside position.
Nope. The center referee
is Christian Clerk.
Assistant referees
with Ricardo Capi and Urbano Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, Ed. We are in business here at the Wildcat Stadium. Is the Clásico of the Wenatchee Valley Part 2. The quick move straight up the center alley. Looking to connect with Johan Espinosa.
And he called an offside, another offside against Eastmont.
Mr. Zach Hurd with the ball, pushing the sphere upfield. The indirect free kick coming as we approach the 1 minute mark here at Wildcat Stadium. Defensive maneuver. Manny Lopez. The shot. Slife. Orlando Howe.
And there's a throw-in coming for Wenatchee.
Nate Balaudo with the bounce. While this throwing happens, let's give a look at the starters from Eastmont. Number 1, Vladimir Ryshko, the man from Russia. Number 3, Sebastián Avilés. Number 6, Edson Avilés. Number 8, Nate Balaudo. Number 9, Sergio Bravo. Number 10, Johan Espinosa. Number 11, Emmanuel Manny Lopez. Number 12, Giovanni Romero. Number 14, Cristian Camacho. Number 18, Jesus Pedrosa. And number 17, Tony Leon. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That makes 11. We're in business. Another absence, this time for Eastmont, decked in white and red on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Flavio Espinosa not here today.
That is correct. Flavio's missing.
He is with the Sounders today.
Oh.
Whistle on the play. And Mr. Luis Navarrete gets called for the foul. Ball will belong to the Eastmont Wildcats, taking care of business from right to left on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. In a little while, we will have Christine Marol. Did I pronounce that right? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Joining us here in the booth.
She's our guest commentator, and she'll be helping us see a different perspective of the game, and also see, talking about our referee crew, see how they're doing.
Hurt. Oh, bad delivery that time. Tony Leon, the shot,
Ooh,
and a
nice
beautiful save
by Zach.
Zach Hurt. First corner kick of the game. And it belongs to Eastmont. We are approaching now the 3-minute 20-second mark, and Mr. Hurt just notched himself a great big save. There's the corner kick. Far post, the header. Go, 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 go! Eastmont Wildcats, Sergio Bravo.
Sergio Bravo made it in. Nice
4
header.
minutes of play.
Very nice header by Sergio Bravo.
And this one is living up to its billing from the very start. 1-0 lead for the Eastmont Wildcats on a beautiful piece by the local team, by the home team. Beautiful set piece. Now Wenatchee with a climb that just got a little bit steeper. Navarrete, whistle on the play, foul called. And it will be a free kick for Eastmont.
I believe he was charged for, he was called for charging on the back. Yes, pushing.
People continue to arrive, and I do not blame them because it's a lovely night and a lovely game so far here on the east side of the Columbia. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. Eastmont with a 9-2 record, 7-1 overall, good enough for first place, from what I understand.
Yeah, correct.
First place,
They're
yes.
in first place. I believe this is one of the first season that they're doing so good and so strong.
A quick run down the right side. My apologies, Ed. I had to interrupt. There's the shot. Gets a bit into the mixer. Somebody has to clear out of there. Still battling for it until Eric Saldivar apparently makes the desperate attempt to clear out of the Wenatchee half of the field and succeeds. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. This broadcast brought to you by YMCA, a proud sponsor of NCW Live Channel Sports. 5 minutes, 36 seconds, Ed.
Yes, and then there goes Luis Navarrete into the play.
There's the shot. And it kisses the crossbar. Mr. Rishko, all he could do was stare.
Just look at the ball and hoping it's not going in.
5 minutes, 54 seconds into this one. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee with the Wildcats ahead of their fellow felines, 1-0. Saldivar marked.
Nice save. Didn't go out of bounds.
Solorio. Camacho. Flag is up. Yes, sir. He was offsides. He was offsides. Referee letting the play continue. Indirect free kick for the Wenatchee Panthers.
It was a header by Manuel Lopez.
Orlando Howe. Zach Hurt. The header in defensive labor by Cristian Camacho sends the ball out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee.
6 minutes and 51 seconds.
Orlando Howe into the box. Navarrete with the half volley. A good intention, and Mr. Rishko making the effort to keep it in bounds and succeeds. Apparently he saw something we didn't, because I thought it was Navarrete sending it to the touchline, but he apparently saw that it touched a teammate. Rishko did, yeah.
So he didn't want to give a corner kick.
That's right. The quick move down the right flank, switching to the center alley, and the shot that time by Manny Lopez. Not a major problem for Zach Hurt. Orlando Howe, Navarrete, Viramontes, recovered by Eastmont, across the equator, straight up, looking for that through ball, interrupted by Howe once again. Bit of a collision with Nasser. Play continues. Eastmont recovers. Stopped at midfield by Solorio, Hector Solorio. Taken back by Manny Lopez, whistle on the play. And it will be
a ball in favor of Wenatchee.
Wenatchee ball, yes sir. 8 minutes, 10 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee with the Wildcats leading 1-0 since the 4th minute of play. There's the kick. Calderilla into the box, and a good idea that time.
And he went out of bounds, and it's a goal kick for Eastmont.
8 minutes, 34 seconds into this one. Folks, we'd like to send our congratulations to the Wenatchee Wild, who are in the midst of the most successful season in at least recent memory.
Correct.
If you read today's newspapers, you will have seen what they accomplished. So our kudos to the folks at the Town Toyota Center and the Wenatchee Wild and its legion of fans across north central Washington. I mean, the Wenatchee Wild fans are very, very passionate and very, very faithful followers, faithful, I should say,
very
of their
loyal,
team.
Very loyal, yes.
There's the long kick upfield, looking to connect with the speedy Nasser. Marking on it is Sebastián Avilés. Nasser into the box. The ball gets away with it.
Save, yes.
Avilés pushing the ball upfield. The pivoting header by Pedrosa. Pedrosa connecting with Johan Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 9 minutes, 36 seconds into this, the first half of play. There's the throw-in for Wenatchee. Scooped back quickly by Eastmont. There's Lopez. Lopez off to the races. Goes Espinosa. This could be interesting. Espinosa enters the box, gets that right foot ready, switches left. The shot and the stop by Zach Hurt. But what a maneuver by Espinosa.
Exactly.
Stopping the ball, letting the marker get past him, Ed Navarro.
Yes, and especially gaining an advantage from the defender, which talks about his speed.
Yeah, passing him. Yeah. 10 minutes, 16 seconds. Ball goes out of bounds. Throwing for Wenatchee. Taking care of it is Hector Solorio. Solorio, no, he's going to defer. He's going to defer to his teammate Slife. Header. Dangerous maneuver there by Tony Leon. Still pushed upfield.
Johan.
Espinosa, Johan looking to connect with Balauro. Balauro cleared away by Howe. Pushed again by Eastmont. Handball looked like to me from up here. Referee says no call. Balauro, ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says. It will belong to the Panthers.
With the goal kick.
11 minutes, 4 seconds into this, the first half of play. Thank you for joining us in this lovely evening of soccer. Sebastián Moraga on the call alongside Ed Navarro. A little while later, we're going to have Christine Marol joining us as we have the first substitution of the game. We'll tell you in a second who has entered this contest. It's number 20 for Wenatchee, and that is Mr. Diego Sitio.
So there's definitely Dennis, Mr. Tronson, he saw some, there need to be some adjustment.
And there's another steal by Espinosa, overcoming those defenders with speed. That is unusual. We've seen Freddy Reinaga do a fantastic job replacing Eric Owen as the center back, but today he seems to be struggling. He seems to be losing a step. A quick give and go down the left side, marking that time by Giovanni Romero. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is. 12 minutes, 5 seconds into this one.
And I think it's part of the butterflies. Playing a game like this, and they're all nervous, because they want to make sure they don't want to make mistakes.
We see Daniel Reyes beginning to warm up for the Wenatchee Panthers. There's the throw-in.
Nice throw in.
Right
nice
at the hands of Rishko, the goalie who came in from the cold. 12 minutes, 33 seconds. A bit of a collision there between Espinosa and Howe. Referee says it's Eastmont ball. Neither coach, neither Vidal Hurtado or Dennis Stronson has spent 1 second of this game sitting on the bench. They're both standing and pacing.
Pacing back and forth.
That's right. Not that I blame him one bit.
I think I'll be doing the same thing too if I was a coach.
Quick ball upfield, and Mr. Rishko acting as his own sweeper. A bit of a risky move there as Navarrete lurched forward. Pushed across the equator, recovered at midfield by Wenatchee. Slife pushing the ball back, recovered once again by Eastmont. There's Manny Lopez. Lopez, the touch for Balauro. This got some speed. The touch doesn't quite work. Sitio. That one is Viramontes. Viramontes. Saldivar. Avilés on defense. Pushed upfield by the other number 3, Howe. 13 minutes 45. The header by the back line of Eastmont. Good volley that time by Manny. Over to chase it. It looks like Hector Solorio. He will not catch up to it, but it will be Wenatchee ball. Let's see what the referee says. Yes, Wenatchee ball, but we'll have a substitution first.
Yes.
Is Mr. Nasser taking a seat, and Jose Camarillo will take his spot. It is a rule of the Wenatchee team that if you miss the practice before, the day before a game, you don't get to start.
That's right.
And a medical condition did not allow Camarillo to practice yesterday, so he got to witness the start of a game from the bench. There's a quick run by Espinosa, putting some pressure there.
He definitely has some speed.
So Camarillo is one of the players who just came in for Wenatchee, and so did Reyes, number 7, no?
Correct.
There's Camarillo. Viramontes. Marked that time by, it looked like Manny. The header. Scooped back once again by Viramontes. Viramontes into the box. Whistle on the play, foul called right at the 18.
Right at the end of the 18.
This could be dangerous. 15 minutes, 17 seconds in the first half of play. And Wenatchee with a good opportunity to bring this game at 1-1. Right now they're trailing 1-0. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 on the wall. Does that look like 10 yards to you, Ed? You have been many times in that particular stretch of real estate.
There's the referee making sure that they are 10 yards.
Yeah.
So, nope, they were a little bit,
but it was pretty close.
yeah,
it was
very
pretty
close, very
yeah.
close.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah. Right-footed shot, bounces off the wall. Second try, trying to make it bounce into and past Rishko, but not a major problem for the goalkeeper for Eastmont. You're watching Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee battling it out here at Wildcat Stadium, with the Wildcats leading 1-0. And let's not forget, folks, we've talked about how the local fandom is here en masse. We have to mention that across the field from us and on the top part of your screen, the visiting team Wenatchee also brought a sizable contingent of fans, no?
Yep, that's correct. I think no one wants to miss.
Nobody wants to miss. There's Camarillo, but before he can reach it, Mr. Rishko puts a stop to the danger. Rishko, long kick upfield, over the head of number 14, Saldivar.
So, throw in for Wenatchee.
We're going to have another substitution, this time one favoring Eastmont in a little bit. It'll be number 13, it looks like. Number 13 is Mr. Cesar Mendoza, one of the, I believe, 2 Mendozas in the
For Eastmont.
Eastmont team, that's right. Camacho.
Long ball.
Sitio.
There's Johan pressuring.
Sitio.
Look.
Takes them back. Ooh, and it gets away from him just a little bit. Ball will belong to the Panthers. 17 minutes, 41 seconds into this one. The Wildcats of Eastmont leading the Panthers of Wenatchee 1-0. Reinaga. Viramontes. Long push-up field for Camarillo. Good idea. Interrupted by Giovanni Romero. Ball goes out of bounds. Throwing for Wenatchee.
There's a substitution for Wenatchee.
Let's see. It's number 16, Celebrezzi, taking a seat. We'll tell you in a second who has replaced him. We just need him to turn around. It's number 17 for the Panthers. Mario Chirinos seeing some action today. And there's a header. Go, 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 go!
Nice header.
Go! Wenatchee Panthers, we're tied at 1. 18 minutes, 35 seconds, and it's Carlos Viramontes with the tying tally. Wow, what a game we're watching,
Yes.
folks. 1-1 tie, and we're not even 20 minutes into it.
And for the Wildcats, number
And
13,
this is what the people came for.
Mendoza.
Absolutely. Now taking a seat is Johan Espinosa, being replaced, like we said, by number 13, Cesar Mendoza. This is NCW Live Channel, bringing you live soccer action from Wildcat Stadium. It's the Clásico. There's a quick run. Johan Espinosa. They're missing Flavio tonight. There's Manny. Manny getting that right foot ready. Manny bounces off for Reinaga. My goodness, that's going to leave a mark. There's the header. Rejected by the backline of Wenatchee. Luis Navarrete. Navarrete, good push upfield for Saldivar. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee, who seems to have found a bit of a second win here, at least in this particular stretch of the game at Navarro.
Yes, and if you notice, Sebastian, people keep coming. There's more fans coming in from Wenatchee, and yes, definitely Wenatchee settled down, and they're playing their game.
There's the throw-in, the header,
Nice header.
and Rishko has to hold on tight to that one because Mr. Viramontes was blooming nearby, prowling nearby, and we have a player down. Whistle on the play. The clock should be stopped. It looks like a head injury. There's a trainer.
The trainer
going in.
It looks like Navarrete is down, or
Yep, it's Luis Navarrete, number 9 for Wenatchee, but I tell you, that guy is pretty tough, so he seems to be doing okay. Just as a precaution, perhaps, they're going to allow him to take a seat, and Faris Nasser will take his spot, number 8 on your programs for the Wenatchee Panthers. We're tied at 1 here, 20 minutes, 47 seconds in the first half. Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee. There's a quick touch. Viramontes and Saldivar. Saldivar trying to connect with Camarillo, rejected by the back line of Eastmont. There was Chirinos, and that one is Sitio. Slife. There's back to Slife. Quick give and go across the midfield line. Pushing down the left line, getting past one, trying to get past two, and a collision there. Didn't seem anything malintentioned, but still didn't look too kind.
and it looks like
Referee has called a throw-in for
correct.
the Wenatchee Panthers. Taking care of it, looks like Slife. I still think I'm going to see one of those Springer flips we saw a couple of years ago.
Remember, that was a classic. Those were fun to see.
Espinosa. Bravo. The quick push, nice ball. Espinosa with some room. Espinosa opening the game up for Manny Lopez, and a hair too late.
Very
What a
nice
job.
slide.
What a job by that young man, getting kudos from his teammates. We'll tell you in a second who it is, because he got before Manny got to it by a split second, Ed Navarro.
That was definitely a nice save by the defender.
Number 17, it looks like for Eastmont, Tony Leon.
Oh, I think that's clear.
That was definitely a nice save for the Wenatchee.
There's the kick, far post. Orlando Howe, that was the second corner kick of the game for Eastmont. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee has determined the ball belongs to. It will be Eastmont ball. 22 minutes 49 seconds into this first half of play. Quick substitution. Mr. Navarrete will head back into the action here, and it will be replaced, it looks like, by Mr. Slife.
Yes.
Throwing for Eastmont. I tell you, we were talking in the pregame show about how these two teams are the two toughest teams in the Big Nine, and judging by the quality of play we've seen here, there isn't much to argue about in Navarro.
There's no disappointment at all whatsoever. I mean, they're playing good, they're playing clean, and they're battling it pretty nice.
Quick move, beautiful move by Nassar. Is he going to get there? He is. He's going to be. Let's see what the referee says. The referee says play on.
Play on?
Wish I had a referee. Oh, look, I got two of them. What do you guys say?
Oh, my goodness.
What do you guys say? Because that was a tough one.
It was a tough one. It was a tough one. I mean, you know, keeper went after the ball, and I don't know.
And caught his foot.
Yes.
That's a tough.
Okay, I think that's as good a time as any to bring Christine Marol into this. What do you say, Dan?
Yes.
Okay. All right, number 4. All right, Christine Marol, welcome to this, to say the least, interesting encounter between Wildcats and Panthers.
This is always a tough match. That was a hard call. Keeper was going in hard, attacker was going in hard.
There's the throw-in. Pushed upfield by Orlando Howe. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for Eastmont. 24 minutes, 34 seconds of this intense first half of play between the Wildcats and the Panthers. Panthers and the Wildcats. There's Manny, Emmanuel Manny Espino, Lopez, I beg your pardon. There's the throw-in. Navarrete battling with Balauro. Navarrete prevailing that time, dragging 3 behind them. Navarrete getting on his horse. Navarrete shot across, and a bit of a confrontation there. It doesn't take much to get Navarrete's fuse to light up, so both teams need to be careful there. 25 minutes, 25 seconds, and we're going to have what it looks to be a corner kick. First corner kick of the game by my count for the Wenatchee Panthers.
And there's
and a bit of a talking to there between Navarrete and Giovanni Romero.
Always a good idea to settle things down before they get out of hand.
Right away, exactly. Far post. Navarrete, whistle on the play, flag is up, none of that will count.
Looks like the AR saw a push in the
assistant referee?
Yes, the assistant referee saw a push on the box.
There's a touch for the back line of Wenatchee. There's Howe. Solorio back to Howe. Yours, mine, yours. Tack. A quick run down the left flank. Mr. Camarillo will not catch up to it, but that should be a corner kick. That should be a corner kick, in my opinion. What do you say, folks?
It looks like he went out of Eastmont player. So that would have been a corner kick. Maybe the view where the referee was standing.
Looked like it rolled over his foot, but hard for us to tell from this angle.
We're going to go with the experts on that one, the ones with the whistle and the flags for tonight. What do you say?
That's yes.
There's Sitio. Barely across the equator. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. These teams won the W. Neither of them is speculating, Christine.
Oh, that's for sure. Both teams are in it to win it.
A couple of players warming up. One on each side. We can see that's number 15 for Eastmont. We cannot tell the number of the Wenatchee player. Cristian Valtierra for Eastmont.
The ball goes out of bounds, and we have another corner kick in favor of Wenatchee.
That would be the second one of the half for the Panthers, 4th overall of the game. Even in that, these teams are evenly matched. Quick look at the scoreboard tells us that we're approaching the 28th minute of play. The touch, the fancy touch by Reyes doesn't quite work. Play remains in bounds. I don't know how that happened. And cleared away with more urgency than style by the back line of Eastmont. Sitio. Reynaga. Orlando Howe. Reynaga. Hurt. The header by the center back Aviles. That one is the other Aviles, Edson. The one without the pretty name. Quick run down the left flank.
When ball went out of bounds.
Whistle on the play, that's right. It will be Eastmont ball. 28 minutes, 30 seconds into this one. There's excuse me, the throw-in for Wenatchee. A bit of a discussion there. And we're back in business. Folks, I'd like to send a quick shout out to two very, very dear gentlemen in the sport of soccer here in the Wenatchee Valley. One is NCAA Alliance head coach and Chelan coach for a long time, Jamie Richards. The other one is Kashmir High School assistant coach Javier Reina. They both lost a grandparent here in the past few days, so
that is correct.
Our
Sebastian.
deepest, warmest condolences to them and their families. A quick run down the right side, a nice shot to the heart of the box, and they're battling it out still is Sergio Bravo. Sorry to interrupt the shout out, but there was some action going on. I apologize. I'm sure Coach Reina and Coach Richards will understand. There's another move down the flank. Espinosa, nice job shaking that marker, trying for two. The touch instead ends up on the feet of a Wenatchee player, and here comes the counter. There's Nasser, cleared away by Aviles. Sebastian this time. Ball goes out of bounds, and now we can finish the thought. Our condolences to both the Reina family and the Richards family.
That's right. Yes, and Jamie's grandmother, she was a very fan of soccer.
That's right.
Christian Valtierra.
Cristian Valtierra will enter the contest. Will replace. It looks like Cesar Mendoza. Yeah, Mendoza will take a little bit of a break. And with 30 minutes, 25 seconds, we're approaching the last 10 minutes of action here in regulation, the first half, with these two teams tied at 1-1. Ed Navarro, Christine Marol, what do you say to your team at halftime if you're Dennis Stronson or if you're Vidal Hurtado? Any takers?
I think they just keep doing what they're doing. They're both playing their game, attacking hard. You got to keep attacking. You can't sit back on this.
And not only that, stay focused. Just play your game. Play your game.
Throw in for Eastmont. Sebastián Avilés. Taken back by Wenatchee. Quick run down the flank. It does not prosper. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says.
And it will be a Wenatchee.
It will be Wenatchee ball. Yes, indeed. Wenatchee ball. And Navarrete goes over there, talk things over perhaps with Slife. Navarrete will take care of this one. 31 minutes, 31 seconds. Throw in. Deep into the box.
Nice header.
A quick header that time by number 17, Chirinos. Cleared away by Eastmont. Counter in the making. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee says. He has called the play back. Let's see what the final decision is. It will be Eastmont ball via a free kick. Via a free kick just past maybe 6, 7, 8 yards past the midfield line.
Midfield line, correct.
Let's see what happens here. Deep into the box. Sitio on the clearing header. Trying again for Eastmont is Espinosa, then Manny Lopez. Taken back by Slife. There's Espinosa back to Manny, a bit too long, and there's Reynaga to clear it up. Reynaga. At midfield now, Eastmont trying to control Navarrete. Looked like he did it with his shoulder that time.
Yep.
A quick move down the right flank. Ball will go out of bounds, and I thought I saw number 2 for Wenatchee, and that is correct. Yeah, that is Uriel Valderas on the roster. I'm not entirely sure that is him though.
No, that will be Colby
Gillen. That's
yes,
right, Colby Gillen, who had his varsity debut not too long ago. As a matter of fact, yes.
I think a couple Tuesday.
Yep. 33 minutes and 10 seconds. He collected his first yellow card in that game as well. But hopefully today will go a little smoother for Colby, who's of course the son of a very good friend of NCW Alliance, a very good friend of NCW Live Channel as well. Longtime photographer for the Wenatchee World. Killigan. There's the shot, and
nice
beautiful,
shot.
right at the hands of the goalkeeper for Eastmont, Mr. Rishko. There's the ball back to Rishko. I feel like asking Rishko whether he's into the Russian goalkeepers that I used to admire when I was a kid, you know. But he's so young; he's probably gonna make me feel old.
Yes, I don't think he'll know.
Yeah, Lev Yashin, Rinat Dazayev. Yeah. I might as well be talking in Greek, you know.
Yeah.
You know, 34 minutes 5 seconds, quick run, and somebody tripped. It looked like he tripped himself. I don't know. Well. What do you say, Christine? What did you see?
I think there was it wasn't done on purpose. He just was reaching out and just caught him. He just clipped his foot.
All right. It will be a free kick, and Mr. Manny Lopez pleading his case about the closeness of the wall. The referee seems to tell him, you know, I got this. I've seen this before. I know how to take care of it. 1 on the wall so far. 2 on the wall, and now Mr. Lopez joins them, makes it 3. 34 minutes 45 seconds into this one. Excuse me.
What grade referee is Christian? 6, 5?
The free kick coming for Eastmont. It looks like Mr. Espinosa taking care of it. Hurt taking care of the wall. There's the shot.
Johan again. Beautiful goal.
Johan Espinosa for the Eastmont Wildcats. 35 minutes, 30 seconds, and a beauty, a scrapbook-worthy shot. Christine, Ed.
Yes, beautiful shot. Beautiful.
I was just about to say I was surprised they only had 2 in the wall.
Yes.
Not quite enough to block off that near post.
Correct.
And it was a beautiful bending shot. Bend it like Beckham.
That's right.
Well, here's the counter. Here's the counter, and there is Rishko. I was just about to say that for tonight is bended like Espinosa. I don't know if it would have been as popular a movie, but man, it was a sight to see just a minute ago. 2-1 lead for the Wildcats, and a quick run. Espinosa, right foot! And nobody to sink it in, and Mr. Balauro.
Nobody was following.
Mr. Balauro kicking himself for not following that play.
Not following up.
And some heady moments here for the Wildcats and the Panthers trying to keep the ranch from catching on fire. 36 minutes, 36 seconds. We're just about ready to enter the last handful of minutes in regulation here in the first half. I don't see any major reason to have a whole lot of injury time. What do you guys say?
Nope. I think it's been a nice flow of the game. And
That was just the one down with the possible, head collision.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be much time.
And now Mr. Hurtado, the head coach for Eastmont, shouting some instructions. He's unhappy about something. most coaches tend to be perfectionists, so the way his team is playing, I don't think he's unhappy about too much myself.
Not at all. Not at all. I think they're executing to the. They're doing really good. Both teams are playing fair, which that's nice to see. They're here to play.
A quick run down the left side. Shot across. Partially cleared. Top of the box. And now with more urgency than style, the back line of Eastmont sends it upfield. Recovered by Navarrete. This one knows how to do what to do with the ball on his feet. He gets downed. He gets down, and he is quite upset. He might get himself in trouble. They already called a free kick, Luis.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Just concentrate. Do your game, Luis. Do your game, Luis.
This moment of the game brought to you by Twister. 38 minutes now. It will be up to the referee, whose name I wrote down all the way over here.
Yeah, his name is Christian Clerk.
Why do I even bother looking for the notes? I got two referees right next to me.
Yeah, Christian Clerk.
Christian Clerk, there's a shot into the box, Navarrete, and I was surprised that there was no flag, but we'll go with the experts on that one.
Yep, it's like just a goal kick. He came in right on time.
Right on time. Yes.
As long as they're in an onside position when that kick is made, you got to follow those guys.
Absolutely.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Coach will tell you. Don't stop. Follow.
Quick touch upfield. Orlando Howe. Marked that time by Sergio Bravo. A bit of a battle there. Switching flanks now to the right. Diego Sitio. Diego Sitio being fouled by Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. Referee says Wenatchee ball. Sitio. Navarrete. Sent back by Edson Aviles, and referee says Wenatchee ball once again. Navarrete, the whistle on the play. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to get a warning. Mr. Hurtado is going to get a warning, and the Wenatchee players are applauding. The Wenatchee players are applauding. The Eastmont bench is about to get a warning.
I think he saw a hip.
Yeah.
I think they saw Wenatchee throw a hip there and wanted a call.
And he wanted a call, so he didn't get the call. So
there's the hit, and the referee was very obvious. His body language is like, I got this. There's the shot, top of the box. Camarillo can't quite connect with Navarrete. That's one of the things we've seen today, that Camarillo has been very lonesome, Christine.
Yes.
True. Yeah, you mean in the backfield?
Yeah, he's been very lonely. He hasn't been able to connect with Navarrete. He hasn't been able to connect with Faris Nasser.
You can't just get rid of the ball on defense. You got to have a person in mind that you're passing
Manny
to.
Lopez, the good ball. Manny Lopez, the touch, and a beautiful save by Zach Hurt. That was the third goal for Eastmont. That was Tony Leon.
Oh.
Manny Lopez trying again.
See,
My goodness, nice
should have
shot
been upper right corner. Might have had a chance.
Yes.
Tony Leon with a missable opportunity that went wasting thanks to the efforts of Zach Hurt. Long chipper, and you're not going to fool Rishko with that one. This kid's got some good talent. And there's the whistle that tells us that this first half is now part of our great nation's history. When we come back, we'll tell you all about this exciting first half and what's to come in the second part of this game. You're watching NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium in beautiful East Wenatchee, Washington, where we have just witnessed two teams go right at each other. Eastmont and Wenatchee. Wenatchee and Eastmont with the Wildcats ahead by a partial score of 2-1. Now, we were just talking during the break with our guest commentator, Christine Morol, and she was mentioning that some of these players she has seen when they were little, very little. Like some of the kids that are playing here on the staircases at Wildcat Stadium, they can't be more than 6-7 years old. Now, what is it like for you as a longtime member of the soccer community to see these youngsters blossom into the players that they are today, and they're not done?
No, they're not. I mean, these boys are just starting to kind of reach their prime. Literally they've been on the sidelines and playing since they were 7, 8 years old that I've seen them, probably maybe even started sooner. But it's really neat to watch them grow and develop into these really special soccer players.
And what is it like for you, Ed, as a longtime referee as well, to be able to witness not just here in the Valley, but when we see teams from Yakima, or when we see teams from the Quincy area or from the Upper Valley, the level of talent that we have in this area soccer-wise?
It's number one, like you said, seeing them grow. And then now, we watch these kids grow and develop to the great soccer players. We do have awesome talent here in the Valley, and we're witnessing right now. And for a lot of us, this will be the last chance to see them play Clásico. Well, this is the last Clásico for a lot of them. There's a lot of seniors in Wenatchee. There's a lot of seniors in Eastmont. So this is, we're getting a nice treat watching these guys play.
Absolutely. There's the whistle that tells us we are back in business with Eastmont taking care of business from left to right on your screen, decked in white and red, and the Wenatchee Panthers decked in black and purple and gold, taking care of business from right to left on your screen. It looks like Wenatchee has changed goalkeepers. It looks like Alexis Calderilla is manning the 3 tubes for the Panthers. We'll tell you more changes as we see them. There's a quick run down the left flank by Johan Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds.
Sebastian, it's like deja vu again, because this is what the score, when they first met in Wenatchee, it was 2-1, but Wenatchee was ahead. So now it's 2-1, and Eastmont is ahead, and we're going into the second half.
And that one, if you remember correctly, went on for a long time, because we went past overtime. There were a lot of goals scored, and it finally got solved by that lottery we call the penalty kick shootout.
That is correct.
A quick run up the field, and the stop by Mr. Calderilla. Kick up field. The back line of Eastmont responding that time. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in, and Manny Lopez taking care of this one. He's kind of like the customs agent of this team, isn't it? Everything goes through him. Everything, at some point, you have to give it to Manny. He'll know what to do. No offense to the rest of the team, of course. He's
definitely the captain, and he wears it pretty good. You can tell who's in charge.
There's the throw-in. Balauro. Marked that time by Reyes. There's Reyes. Bit of a trip. Ball whistle on the play. Play stops. It will be a free kick for Wenatchee. 2 minutes, 9 seconds in the second half of play. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee with the Wildcats leading the Panthers 2-1.
And I believe that we're gonna see more scoring. This is not it. This is not over. It's 2-1, but I can see both teams want to keep proving something, so they're gonna be a lot of scoring.
Reinaga and Calderilla. Guillermo that time. Reinaga. Howe. Bit of pressure. Nice job by Howe. Looking up. Shading left. Farther nice left save. Now for Celebrisi. Celebrisi. Calderilla Guillermo. Viramontes. He's fouled. Good ball. Flag is up. Flag is up. None of that will count.
Nope.
And Mr. Camarillo not entirely convinced that was the right call, but I do believe it was the right call. Christine, what do you say?
I believe he was in offside position way before the kick, so he just made his run a little bit too early.
Indirect free kick for the Eastmont Wildcats. 43 minutes, 23 seconds. Folks, I'd like to take this opportunity for another shout out. I would like to say hi to Mr. Silvestri's shop class at Quincy High School. a whole bunch of kids there. I was able to visit them as part of my job as a reporter in Quincy, and a whole bunch of those kids watch these games and are very faithful followers of NCW Live Channel over there in beautiful Quincy. So tip of the cap to them. They treated me really, really well. They were the sweetest kids you could ever want to run into. So a big hello to Jackrabbit Nation. A quick run down the middle for Wenatchee. Stopped at the D. Bounced back. Recovered that time by Slife, and it looks like Calderilla Guillermo. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball.
And here comes Manny again to do a throw-in.
Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be Manny Lopez. The touch to the side for Giovanni Romero. Farther back. That one is Edson Aviles. No style points on that one. Throw in for Wenatchee. Across midfield we go. Back into Wenatchee territory. Celebrezzi battling it out across midfield. Viramontes. Bit of a collision. Whistle on the play, and here comes the plastic. Here comes the plastic. Yellow card. Yellow card, it looks like, for number 6, Edson Aviles of Eastmont. 45 minutes into the game, 5 minutes into the second half. Your thoughts on that call, Christine?
There was definitely some intent there. That's why that wasn't just a foul. That's why the yellow card comes out, because it wasn't incidental contact.
That is correct, Christine. Good observation. And as many of you guys might know, when you get a yellow card in high school, the player has to come out, at least for a play. So that's one of the rules that it's different from your FIFA rules.
I like that rule myself. It gives the player a chance to cool off. There's the header. Doesn't quite work. Good effort, however, by Mr. Nasser. The ball nevertheless belongs to Eastmont via this upcoming goal kick. You're watching NCW Live Channel with this contest between Wildcats and Panthers. You were saying, Christine?
I was going to say that is exactly why they changed that rule. We had that rule for a while, and then they took it out, and the player didn't have to leave the field, and there was too many red cards going out, because you get a second yellow from still being a little hot after receiving your first yellow, and then you have an ejection. That really affects the game when your team has to play short.
Midfield we battle. Tony Leon. Someday I'm going to ask him if it's Leon or Leon. I messed that name up so many times this season. It's not even funny. 46 minutes, 36 seconds into this contest. Throwing for Wenatchee. There is Reynaga. Howe back to Reynaga. What a job he's done replacing Owen.
Yes.
Fantastic job.
Yes. And I know Wenatchee misses Eric, but yes, he has done an outstanding job replacing him.
Is he out for medical?
Concussion.
We're back in action now. Asking for it is Manny Lopez. And slowly but surely the ball will get to him, my guess is. Taken back, however, by Wenatchee. Off to the races is Camarillo. That defender has to be careful. Sebastián Avilés, Camarillo. Rishko. Nasser, that didn't quite work as Nasser hoped. Cesar Mendoza, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball in my opinion. Let's see what the referee says.
No, it's going to be in Eastmont.
Eastmont ball, yes. And there's a player getting ready to enter this contest. This is Edson Aviles, who just got the yellow card. So a bit of water, a couple of deep breaths, and he's back to get into the action.
And cool down too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 47 minutes, 59 seconds of action so far, with Wenatchee and Eastmont battling it out. The Wildcats leading the Panthers 2-1. There's Manny. Aviles. Pedrosa into the box. Pedrosa, the shot, and Calderilla with just a smidgen of trouble. Calderilla and Hurt. That is a good problem to have for a coach. You know, having two talented goalkeepers.
Which again, it's hard to find keepers. And so when you have two good keepers, it's a nice problem to have.
Back in the old neighborhood, if you were not exactly talented with the ball on your feet, kind of like, I don't know, a certain play-by-play man that you guys know, you got to be the goalkeeper a lot. A quick run down the right side, swept away by Cristian Camacho. Ball belongs to the Panthers. 49 minutes, 9 seconds. It also helped that if you had a few pounds on you, that definitely made you the goalkeeper.
Now it's more the most athletic person on the field a lot of times is your goalkeeper because they need to be athletic. They cover that.
Ooh, nice
throw in the oh my goodness, how did that stay out? Let's see what the referee says. The assistant referee is calling it a goal, and it is a goal.
It is a goal.
It is a goal. It's Faris Nasser getting the kudos, and it's also number 16, Joe Celebrezzi. So we'll just call it a Wenatchee goal because that one went in, but barely went
the
in.
defender tried to clear that out, but the assistant referee was there. I'd like to see a little bit more trot with the flag up because we're a little confused, but that was a goal.
And he should have run more towards the midfield to let everyone know that it was a goal.
There's a certain signal, a little trot, holding the flag down a little bit more.
50 minutes, 14 seconds, and we're tied at 2. This one is anything but over, folks.
2-2.
You called it. Yeah, absolutely. There's a quick ball by Espinosa. Ball went out of bounds. That bothers me. I have to say, that bothers me. And I don't mean any disrespect to the refereeing position, but the rule, as I learned it, is the ball has to leave the line completely to be called
it
a
back
throw-in.
for a foul.
Oh,
yes.
So
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
So you were right. It didn't go out of bounds on the touchline, but he must have called it back for a foul.
All right, I stand corrected, folks. There's a long kick punched away by Calderilla. Trying again for Eastmont from the right side is Giovanni Romero. Into the box we go.
Johan again.
Goal, Eastmont Wildcats. And this one is living up to its billing and then some. 51 minutes, 21 seconds, and it's Johan Daniel Espinosa for his second personal tally, making it 3-2 Eastmont. 52 minutes of play, and once again, the Wildcats pushing a little bit away, but plenty of soccer left, folks.
Definitely, yes.
And did my friend Ed call it, or did he call it, Christine?
He did. I think that Eastmont there, that was the one guy that wasn't offside. Everybody else, if they had gotten the ball, would have been offside.
Exactly.
He kept running through, gets the ball, puts it in, and there's no offside call on that.
And the other players were smart enough not to get involved in the play.
Exactly. You don't go after the ball. You're offside.
Free kick for, you were saying, sorry about that.
Oh, if you're in an offside position and you don't go for the ball, you make no play, you don't interfere, you're not going to make that offside call.
Yeah,
so as long as they don't get involved.
Back in the 80s, though, they had this thing called the passive offside pasivo,
Correct.
they called it. And is that what they're trying to avoid, to be called offside even though you're not part of the play?
The rule doesn't, or the law doesn't change. It's the interpretation that changes all the time, which is hard for us as referees too,
I
because
imagine, yes.
every year we're explaining, now this is how we're calling it this time. And that's hard for players, it's hard for coaches, it's hard for parents especially.
It's kind of like the balk rule in baseball. It had lots of nuances in there.
That's it, yeah.
So now you need to be in an offside position and then be actively involved in the play.
Bad clearing that time by the back line of Eastmont, pushing the ball upfield for Wenatchee. Camarilla cleared away, and it will be a throw-in for
The
Panthers. Ball goes onto the grassy area behind the track. So another ball comes from far, far away. 53 minutes, 27 seconds into this one. So what was that? A minute, two minutes maybe that this game was tied and Eastmont took the lead. This is going to be a battle to the very end. And if you don't believe me, just check out what's going on the field right now, because here comes Wenatchee. Cleared away by Eastmont only partially, and now they have some more room. There's Manny opening the game up for Balauro. The ball jumps past Balauro, and there's Calderilla. Pushing the ball upfield. Celebrezzi. Lopez. Howe. Navarrete. Taken back by Eastmont. The chipper over the head of Reynaga. First on it is Calderilla. 54-24 on the clock. 3-2 lead for Eastmont over Wenatchee.
Nice.
Good.
Very nice. Yes.
Good defensive
header.
maneuver.
Yes.
Yep. For a guy who's not that tall, he can really.
He can tall.
Yeah.
I mean, he can jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get ahead on those.
Yeah. There is a move. Cleared away that time by Giovanni Romero. Again, not many style points, and Coach Hurtado lets him know, I wanted that upfield, not out of the field. And then sent away once again is Sergio Bravo, who started the scoring back in the 4th minute. Substitution coming. Number 16 for Wenatchee, Celebrezzi, taking a seat, and it looks like Mr. Chirinos, who is pretty hard to recognize without all that crazy hair he had early on. But
yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even Christina and I were having a hard time finding out who was.
Navarrete getting that right foot ready, cleared away before he could fire. Trying again is Navarrete. Collision flag is up. Referee calls it, assistant referee calls it a foul, and now the center referee will agree. But no, it's just going to be a throw, and I stand corrected once again.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was a foul. I thought that's
what I
going.
thought too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's the throw-in. Into the box we go.
Good throw.
Tony Leon, lots of muscle behind that throw-in. Yes, indeed. Left foot. Chirinos. Celebrezzi. He's onside. Navarrete. Pass 1. Pass 2. Looking perhaps for the foul call. Doesn't get it. Play continues.
And clears it out. Smart play.
Across midfield. You were saying that?
Smart play. Just clear it out. Clear out of the, take it to the opposite side.
56 minutes, 26 seconds. Manny Lopez. Pushed upfield. Balauro, a bit too fancy that time. Chirinos.
Whoa.
And Mr. Calderilla. Hitting the deck. Calderilla. Rolling right.
That was a very nice stop, because that could have been a corner kick.
Quick give and go. Nice triangulation. Viramontes. Camarillo. Viramontes, top of the box. The shot!
Ooh,
and
nice
the stop
save
by Mr. Rishko. Nice stop that time. I like how easy he makes it look. He just makes the stop and just keeps on going. Very cool, very unflappable.
That was a bullet of a shot.
Yeah,
too.
and speaking of bullets, there's a shot, and Mr. Calderilla stops it with his feet. That had a funny bounce there towards the end that could have given him trouble. Rolling to his left, catching up to Guillermo Calderilla. Saldivar. Pedrosa. Guillermo Calderilla. That one was Chirinos. That one is Guillermo Calderilla once again, and Alex has to hit the deck before that Eastmont forward catches up to the ball. Good sweep that time. This could be interesting. Sergio Bravo, the delivery, not exactly what the doctor ordered, but Calderilla takes care of it. Rolling to his right. Orlando Howe. Viramontes. Back to Howe. Scoot back by the Wildcats. Waiting for it now is Manny Lopez. Personal maneuver instead. Now he goes to Manny. Into the box we go. Marked by Saldivar. The
nice shot.
And it almost went in. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Eastmont. Eastmont once more, Christine. They're not satisfied with this 1-goal lead, and who could blame them?
Yeah, he didn't have much of an angle on that shot, though. He probably would have been better off to kind of, leave it off at the top there.
You mean like serve it
At
across?
the top of the box?
Okay, yeah.
Lot less congestion at the top of the box, and more likely to have a player that's got more of a better shot.
58 minutes, 58 seconds. And we're waiting for the substitution. Couple of them, as a matter of fact, it looks like. It looks like Nasser is taking a spot on the pitch. And there's another player. Looks like, oh boy. Looks like Gilling, but I'm not entirely sure. And leaving the gate wide open was Mr. Calderilla, and there's a shot by Manny that Calderilla watches sail by.
And it's a goal kick for Wenatchee.
59 minutes, 29 seconds. The Wildcats of Eastmont leading the Panthers of Wenatchee 3-2. This broadcast brought to you by YMCA, a proud sponsor, a distinguished sponsor of NCW Live Channel Sports. Ball bounces off the foot of Mr. Pedrosa. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Wenatchee Panthers. Quick run down the left side, shot across. Who's there to connect? Oh my goodness! What a save! What a save! And Mr. Manny Lopez gives him a hug, and now Sebastián Avilés gives him a high five, because that was just point blank stuff by Vladimir Rishko.
He'd like that shot back. He just needed to touch it to the side. He went straight ahead, and the keeper was all over it.
Yep.
Corner kick for Wenatchee. Top of the box. And Manny Lopez, who must have 7 lungs in his chest, because he runs
all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice throw in by Wenatchee.
60 minutes, 45 seconds, and there he goes again.
There's Johan.
Ball goes. Oh, it was Johan. I looked like Manny. I beg your pardon. There's rolling to his left, Mr. Calderilla for Guillermo Calderilla. Saldivar. Camarillo with some room. Camarillo shot across. Rejected by the back line, and it bounces off Camarillo's head. It will belong to Eastmont, and the frustration is obvious in the face of Camarillo, but let's see what the referee says. No, that's correct. It's Eastmont ball.
Eastmont ball.
Yes, indeed.
And these are the type of games that you don't want it to end. I mean, because it's intense. They're playing awesome soccer, beautiful weather. So what else can you ask for?
Well, if you're Wenatchee, you could ask for a couple more goals.
That's right.
They need to at least tie it up.
Yeah. There is Calderilla.
Whoa.
Good ball. Camarillo. This could be interesting. Camarillo swept away by Cristian Camacho. Trying again is Navarrete. This guy knows what to do with the ball at his feet. Enters the box. Navarrete. Shot across coming. And it bounces off a defender. Corner kick for Wenatchee. We're going to have a substitution because there's a player down for Eastmont, and here comes the trainer, and the sub for Wenatchee, however. So
there's a couple of subs for Wenatchee.
A couple of subs for Wenatchee and a player down for Eastmont. Looks like just a cramp by the angle of that leg. Looks like there's a cramp situation. They're trying to stretch that leg. Doesn't seem to be something extraordinarily serious. I mean, a cramp can be, of course, very painful, but he's walking out of his own power, so he's doing okay.
It's been a lot of running end to end.
Yes.
It gets tiring. We're going to start, seeing who's in shape here.
Yep. Number 13, Cesar Mendoza, will replace that injured, or at least temporarily injured, Eastmont player. How's the crowd doing today? Oh my goodness, what a crowd.
Yes. There's definitely a nice crowd for both teams. There's Wenatchee and Eastmont.
Yep. Post header, Navarrete. And Navarrete grabs his head with both hands, saying, I wish I could have done that a little bit differently, Christine.
Definitely. You always want those back. It's like, I should have. A little bit different angle. Might have gone in.
63 minutes, 33 seconds. And this contest between Wildcats and Panthers, and not just bragging rights at stake, folks. Let's not forget that a loss for Wenatchee is their 5th loss in league, and that is trouble when you're trying to make playoffs, no?
Correct. That is correct. So, and again, Eastmont having a great season. I mean, they're doing really good.
Well, when you finish first or second, you get a bye in that first round of playoffs. Otherwise, you're involved in the play-in, and you got to work yourself, back into it.
Camarillo with a good opportunity that goes wasting. Trying again are the Panthers. The quick touch upfield by Saldivar. Now trying again is Orlando Howe. Espinosa putting some pressure. Howe. The turn. Celebrezzi into the box. A bit too long for Camarillo. Not a major problem for Vladimir Rishko. 64 minutes, 44 seconds of action so far. We're entering the last quarter hour of regulation with the Wildcats of Eastmont leading the Panthers of Wenatchee 3-2 on a quick run down the right side. Jesus Pedrosa shooting across. Cleared away by Viramontes. Down the stripe it goes, not a major problem. Mr. Calderilla will catch up to it because that's the thing to do, but not because he's worried about that shot. It will be Wenatchee ball via this upcoming goal kick.
And he wants to make sure that there's no time wasted.
He wants to get it himself.
He's out there chasing the ball because time is
precious. Time is of the essence.
Yes.
Next up for Eastmont is a home game against Sunnyside, April 24th at 7 p.m. here at Wildcat Stadium. Next up for Wenatchee, whistle on the play. We'll see what the referee calls it. It's calling it a Panther free kick. Next up for Wenatchee is a home game the same day against Moses Lake. And there's the shot, not a major problem for Mr. Rishko, who takes a bit longer than Calderilla did.
No, it's the opposite.
Yep,
Right.
delivering the ball. 66 minutes, 6 seconds into this very entertaining contest. Shot across. Who's there? The shot! Oh my
Nice
goodness,
save.
Calderilla with his feet and now with his hands clearing the danger away. Good job, because Jesus Pedrosa had the 4th goal right there.
Oh, he did.
For the Eastmont Wildcats, Christine.
Yeah, right at the keeper. At the keeper. You gotta look for that square net.
And there's a push from behind, and Mr. Pedrosa, and a bit of a confrontation there with, looks like Viramontes. Bit of a shoulder collision. Completely unnecessary. Unfortunately, it was behind the referee's back, because I would have had I'm talking to the referees. I'm not going to try to second guess what the referee's doing. I just would have. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff.
Correct. And also, the AR could have helped out.
There's the shot, and the mouth of the goal is saved by Eastmont, and the shot ultimately by number 14 for Wenatchee. Eric Saldivar goes wasting, and a couple of players are now feeling the rigor of the long night here.
Yeah, that ball was in. That was going to go in.
Yes,
That
definitely.
Defender, that was the only thing keeping that ball from crossing that line.
And again, being at the right time at the right place.
67 minutes 33, make that 37 seconds of action so far here at Wildcat Stadium. Thank you for joining us. Sebastián Moraga on the call. Commentating for us today is Ed Navarro with guest commentator Christine Marol, and a quick run down the right side into the box, trying to connect with make that Saldivar and Celebrezzi.
Yeah.
Counter coming. A quick run. Espinosa waiting for it is Balauro. Espinosa trying to shade into the box. Cleared away by Wenatchee. And here we go. It's like a ping pong game. Back and forth. That's what we like to see. And a loss there at midfield. Can't connect. Navarrete a little bit too eager perhaps. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. 68 minutes, 25 45 seconds into this one. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee with the Wildcats leading the Panthers 3-2. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. About 10 minutes, maybe 12, maybe 11 minutes and change left in regulation. A quick substitution coming is Mr. Mendoza, looking like he's taking a break, replaced by Tony Leon. Tony Leon. Valtierra was another substitution early on for the Wildcats. That is number 15, not 13. We got to write that down. Valtierra.
And then we had another substitution for Wenatchee also.
That's right. We'll tell you in a second who it is. A quick move down the middle. Giovanni Romero. Acquitting himself quite well today, Giovanni. Starting a quick run down the left side. The shot across. Goal, 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 goal! Goal! Eastmont Wildcats. Nate Balaudo. Nate Balaudo, 69 minutes of play.
Beautiful cross, and Nate was at the right place at the right time.
What a game, Christine. What a game.
You know, that's why you keep running. You just never know if that ball is going to fall at your feet. You run that through, make that extension, and there's a goal.
There's a goal. That's the result. Exactly.
4-2 the score. And it's starting to get late really early here in the second half for Wenatchee. Quick run down the middle, shading left. Move by Viramontes, keeping that ball alive. Far post. Navarrete, nope. Trying to make it in. Let's see what the referee says. Corner kick.
Corner kick.
This Wenatchee team will not give this up very easily. They know what's at stake, and I don't mean bragging rights. There's a lot more, Christine.
Oh, definitely. You can see the difference in that cross. Eastmont's cross went through on the ground. Much easier ball to put in than that ball, that kind of chippy ball that goes past the net. But they got a corner kick out of it.
Yeah. Navarrete shaking one off, trying for two. Oh,
it's a goal kick. Goal kick.
Okay. 70 minutes, 59 seconds. 9 minutes left in regulation. 9 minutes for Wenatchee to put two on the board. 9 minutes for Eastmont to hold on to this 4-2 lead.
And be able to win both games.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, when's the last time that happened?
Yes.
Bit of a frank exchange of ideas there between Espinosa and a couple of the Wenatchee players. That is what's so impressive about this Eastmont team. It's not just the one guy that can hurt you. There's like three of them.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Balauro, Espinosa, Bravo, the firepower that this team has, that Coach Hurtado uses well, because I don't think we've seen anybody look worn out.
No.
Is really something to behold. What do you guys? What's your guys' take on it?
No, very strong players, and that comes from these kids who have been playing since they were very young. You know, you don't come out for soccer as a 16-year-old.
A quick run, Balauro.
Time.
Catching up to it is Calderilla. That didn't quite work as he hoped. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Wildcats. Throwing for the home team that is now delighting its fans with this 4-2 lead.
Yep.
Against the arch rivals from across the bridge. A good game for both teams. This has not been a gimme or a laugher for basically any stretch of the game, Christine.
Definitely. They had their opportunities. When you're in front of that goal, you got to pick that square of the net that's open.
Correct.
You can't look at the keeper.
There's a shot over the crossbar. Good effort that time by number 15, Valtierra, one of the subs you were talking about.
And here's definitely Eastmont. They're ahead by 2 goals, but they're not giving up. They want more. They keep pressuring. They want to score more goals. I mean, again, they're here to prove something too.
And if Wenatchee manages to score in the next couple of minutes, the
Hold on to your hats.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The ending of this game is going to be just cardiac worthy. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says. And it's calling it a free kick for Eastmont. And Coach Stronston not entirely sure of that call. Now he's talking to one of his players. There's going to be a substitution. Let's see who enters the contest.
Colby went out.
It's going to be, let's see, we'll tell you in a second. It's going to be, of course, Manny Lopez taking care of this free kick. He'll be also folding the uniforms afterwards. He's done everything today. Except score a goal. How ironic is that? The goals so far for Eastmont belong to Espinosa, Bravo, and Balauro. Quick run down the left side, interrupted by Eastmont. Throw-in coming for Wenatchee. Taking care of it is Orlando Howell. Fares Nasser. Rejected by Tony Leon. That one is Freddy Reinaga. Alexis Calderilla. Shading. Nope, straight up. Now going to pick a side, going to straight up ahead.
Nice header
Good
by
one, good header. Nasser. Camacho on the mark. Shot across. Rishko says, do not worry to his defense. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Eastmont. 74 minutes, 54 seconds of action so far. Thank you for being with us in this very entertaining contest between Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee, with the Wildcats leading now 4-2. Another substitution. Taking a seat is Chirinos, it looks like, for Wenatchee. Saldivar. Calderilla. Bit too long for Saldivar. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for the Wildcats. Couple of players standing up on the Eastmont bench. I do not know if they'll see any more playing time, but they look pretty ready. Top of the box. Rejected by Wenatchee. Good triangulation that time. Manny Lopez. Top of the box once again. Ooh, I know.
Just a bit,
missed. Yeah. Quick counter in the making for Wenatchee. Off to the races is Viramontes. Viramontes with 3 ahead. Opts for 4. Reyes. Back to his left foot. Taken back by Eastmont. Oh, nice touch by Espinosa. Quick give and go with Balauro. Balauro, triple team. There's the ball stays in bounds over the back of the player. What a move. Now he's double team. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is.
It is a Wenatchee ball.
76 minutes, 26
got
seconds.
A player down on the field.
It looks like a cramp. He's bringing those toes back, trying to stretch perhaps that calf muscle.
Yep.
Most likely.
It's an Eastmont player. He doesn't seem to be in a great deal of pain or anything. But there's the trainer going to take care of it. And number 18 for Eastmont, Jesus Pedrosa, is getting ready to enter the contest if necessary. Player gets up, and it's number 9, Sergio Bravo, the scorer of the first goal of the game, 4th minute. 77 minutes on the clock so far.
We might see a little bit of time added on because of those 2 players that had to be attended to on the field.
And then that shows you how intense the game has been. I mean, now the players are getting tired. Yes, they're getting tired. But they don't want to miss any minute. You know, they want to be out there.
Offside.
Yes.
Flag is up. None of that will count. Play continues, however.
Wenatchee's got the ball, so
he gave him advantage. Yep. He says just play on, even though it was offside. The referee he noticed the flag, but Wenatchee gained possession, so let's just go on.
There's the ball. Handed over to Alexis Calderilla. Across midfield it goes, but it lands on the bench of the Wenatchee team.
Yeah, that's the second one he's just cleared out of touch. I'd like to see him connect with one of his players a little more.
Well, especially, they're down.
They're down, yeah. You don't want to waste this time.
Exactly.
Giving the other team, giving up the ball.
Possession, yeah.
Yeah, because you want to keep possession. Can't score without possession.
Straight through, back at Alexis Calderilla. Let's see what he does now. Straight upfield now. The header by Lopez. Rejected at that time by Reinaga. Trying again. Mr. Calderilla will let it dance past them. And it's going to be a goal kick for Wenatchee. We are done with the scoreboard. Regulations, the 78 minutes that it marks, have been accomplished. Now it will be up to the referee, Mr. Clerk, to determine when this one goes in the books.
The fans wants the game to be over.
Well, I think they think have it in the bag. Here's what the student section is. It's close to being over.
Yes.
A quick run down the right flank by Reyes doesn't quite work. There's Calderilla acting like his own sweeper, pushing it upfield. Viramontes, the chipper, looking to connect with Camarillo, bounces off his back. Saldivar, Camarillo, Navarrete shot across, and this one is a throw-in. Could be the last play of the game for Wenatchee. There's the throw-in. Heart of the box, cleared away. Viramontes, Reyes, Howe, Reyes, swept away by the back line of Eastmont. It will be Eastmont ball.
He came out, he hit the Wenatchee players.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I think, what do you think? I think
we're close.
Game is over.
We're well, it's not over till the referee does his thing with that little whistle, but it's going to be mighty tough to overcome this 2-goal lead, especially with the way Eastmont is playing. Some of the players are tired, but Wenatchee is also feeling the demand that it means to go up against a good squad like Eastmont on their home field. And a quick run straight up the middle. Balauro interrupted by Howe. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. Throw-in for Eastmont, and Wenatchee goes to get the ball.
How nice of them to go get the ball.
Yeah. And it's going to be Manny Lopez taking care of this one. Let's see, 2 players waiting at midfield for Wenatchee. Espinosa, the shot, and field goal material that time. Referee not looking at his watch just yet. Now he does. Navarrete. Rejected by Edson Aviles. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. Taking care of this one will be Calderilla Guillermo this time. Reynaga. Howe. Marked by Tony Leon. Up the stripe we go. Into Eastmont territory. Taken back by the Wildcats. Balauro. Wenatchee still battling. Viramontes and Calderilla. Calderilla and Guillermo. Calderilla. Viramontes, good ball, Nasser, Rishko there, and Rishko with the stop. Just a hair too late.
Yes.
Fires Nasser.
All he needed to do is just tip that a little bit.
The fans for Eastmont demanding that this game be over. They want to take a great big breath and exhale and be able to say, yeah, we took 2 from the arch rivals from across the bridge. On the other end, Wenatchee hoping for the miracle.
They want to take a victory lap.
I don't think they'll take a victory lap because that means walking in front of the Wenatchee, players and Wenatchee fans. I think they're going to just celebrate with the large
celebration, but it'll be on the field.
On their side, or on the field.
Or close to their bench.
Yeah. The quick touch upfield. Camarillo. Nasser. Reyes. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for the Wenatchee Panthers.
An indication of time.
This game has stretched far longer than I thought it would.
I would say we're about 3-4 minutes.
Flag is up. Once again, a throw-in for Wenatchee. Pivoting header that time. Left foot, the shot, and the crossbar.
Oh,
The crossbar saves Eastmont. Beautiful shot by Eric Saldivar, and we're still not out of the woods here because here come the Panthers. Navarrete cleared away. Trying again will be Viramontes. Marked by Tony Leon. The fans for Eastmont growing impatient. Navarrete, right foot, wide. Goal kick for Wenatchee.
He's looking at his watch.
He's looking at his watch. He's pointing, but we haven't heard the whistle yet.
a couple minutes each for those down players. So you're going to see 4 or 5 minutes of extra time.
The fans growing
Very impatient.
vociferously impatient with the referee. They want to exhale. They want to celebrate. The Wildcats fan, that is. Quick run. Straight up the middle, Viramontes, who's played basically both ends of the field rather well today. Rejected by Aviles. Ball goes out of bounds. Whistle on the play. Foul called. Let's see what the referee calls it. And it will be a free kick for Wenatchee. And we have a player getting ready to go in for the Wildcats. Number 13, Cesar Mendoza. I do not know why, other than perhaps to bleed some clock. Along the stripe we go, left side. Quick run by Eric Saldivar, shot across. It dances in front of the face of the goal. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick, and this should be it. The referee is looking at his watch. And no, play will continue. Let's see what happens here. Whistles on the mouth, and that is it. That is it. The Wildcats of Eastmont have defeated their arch rivals Wenatchee Panthers by a score of 4-2. When we come back, we'll give one last look at this very entertaining contest. You're watching NCW Live Channel. Don't go away. To the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium, where we have just seen the Clásico of North Central Washington. Wildcats of Eastmont against Panthers of Wenatchee, with Eastmont taking this one by a score of 4-2. And Ed, if you like good soccer, you basically got a heck of a treat.
That is correct. I mean, aside from Wenatchee fans leaving because sad because Wenatchee lost, I think it was an awesome game. Both teams came to play and show their skills, and unfortunately, somebody had to win. In this case, Eastmont won, and I think they won fair. They played awesome, and I think we, enjoy ourselves watching them. Christine?
Yeah, you definitely got your money's worth coming out to this game tonight. It was exciting to watch. Boys played so hard. It's a great rivalry, and it's just fun to be here.
It was a game of a lot of respect, not just for each other, but for your teammates and for the game itself. They came out here to play soccer. They didn't come out here to foul each other or to overpower or outmuscle each other. They came here to put the ball in the net, and by golly, they did. It started in the 4th minute with Sergio Bravo, a 1-0 score for Eastmont. Then in the 19th minute, Carlos Viramontes tied it up for Wenatchee. 2-1 goal, free kick, and a beauty of a free kick by Johan Espinosa in the 35th minute. 2-2. Who scored that goal? I don't know, but it counted for Wenatchee. And then in the 49th minute, then the 3-2 goal 3 minutes later, Johan Espinosa, his second personal tally. Then the 4-2, Nate Balauro, 4-2 for the Wildcats in the 69th minute. For Tucker Wagner, for Dan Coons, for Jessica Medina, for Christine Marol, for Ed Navarro. I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Boys High School Soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. We now return to regular programming on your source for sports in North Central Washington, the NCW Life Channel.